kindergarten scientists. Welcome back to Science with Mrs. Miller. Today in lesson 5, we are going to learn about how scientists describe properties of objects. When scientists observe something, that means that they examine it very, very closely using their senses. Do you know what your senses are? We have 5 of them. Our 5 senses are our sight, point to your eyes. Our hearing, find your ears. Our sense of touch, show me your hands. Our sense of smell, point to your nose. And our sense of taste, stick out your tongue. That's the only time you're allowed to stick out your tongue at a teacher. Now, over the course of the next several weeks, we'll be learning a lot about our senses. But today, we'll be using some of our senses to observe some different objects. So let's learn more. When looking at different objects, scientists might observe the properties of those objects. But what are properties? Have you ever heard that word before? That's such a grown-up science-y word. Well, I'll tell you. Properties are used to describe objects. We can think about how objects look and feel. We could also think about how they sound, how they smell, and how they taste. Let's watch this quick video clip to learn more.
Let's discover something about properties of matter. What's something's color? Or shape? Or weight? Or size? To investigate more, click on the Properties of Matter button.
Okay, so one property that we can use to describe objects is color. Let's go through our colors. Can you read them with me? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, white, pink, and brown. Now, what's another property that we might explore? Well, we might look at the way that something feels. And the grown-up science word for that is texture. Can you say texture? 1, 2, 3. Texture. Yes, that's right. Texture describes the way that something feels. So your clothes might feel soft. Let's say, oh, my watch feels smooth. Let's see, what else? This dishcloth here feels soft, but it also feels bumpy. Let's go through some texture words to help us describe the way that things feel. I want you to read them with me. I'll say it and then you repeat it. So when I go like this, you say it. Ready? Bumpy. Your turn. Bumpy. Very good. Rough. Your turn. Rough. Very good. Hard. Your turn. Hard. Very good. Soft. Your turn. Soft. Very good. Smooth. Your turn. Smooth. Last one. Sticky. Your turn. Sticky. You got it. Okay, another property that we might look at is the size of something. So for today's lesson, we'll just be talking about objects that are small. Everybody say small. Very good. Medium. Everybody say medium. And large. Everybody say large. Okay, before we look at some objects and describe their properties, I thought that we could do a little movement activity based on one of the properties that we'll be looking at today, and that's color. So, in this movement activity, you're going to really need to listen. Use that sense of hearing. You're going to really need to listen and follow directions. In this video, you'll be asked to do different movements based on the colors that you're wearing. So right now, before you even get started, take a look at what you're wearing. Let's see. I'm wearing a shirt that has white and black. I also have brown boots on. You can't see them, but I promise I have brown boots on, and I have black leggings. So I would stand up and do whatever movement I'm asked to do in this song when Don from this video says, stand up if you're wearing black, I would stand up. Stand up if you're wearing white, I would stand up. So you have to really listen carefully to the directions. Now I want you to pause this video here in just a moment, and then I want you to click on that blue button up in the top right corner of the screen to do a fun movement activity. Then once you're all done, come back here so that we can learn more, and I'll talk to you about what we'll be doing next. Have fun, everyone. I'll see you in a few minutes. Go ahead and pause this video now and click that blue button. See you soon. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that movement activity and that you got a chance to stand up and do a movement based on what color you're wearing. Was that fun? Give me a thumbs up if that was fun. Great. Okay, so by now you should be back in your seat and ready for some more learning. All right, scientists, it's time for us to explore using our senses. So right now, or I should say in just a moment, wait until I tell you to do this. In just a moment, you're going to find 4 objects that you can observe. They can be objects that are in your desk or in your bin. If you're at home, they can be objects around your home. Any objects that you can observe. So the first object that we will all get is a glue stick. So can you please find a glue stick? We're all going to have a glue stick. That will be the first object that we observe. We'll do this one together. Okay? I'll set a timer for 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds to find a glue stick. If you're at home, look for a glue stick at home. Or if you're in school, then you can find one in your bin, or your teacher will tell you where to get one. Okay, ready, set, go find that glue stick. Time is up. Did you beat the timer? Do you have your glue stick? If you found your glue stick, hold it up right now and say, I have my glue stick. You have your glue stick? Great. Okay, now we need to find a total of 4 objects. So if we already have 1, how many more do we need? 1, let's see, we have 1 already. We must need 1, 2, 3 more in order to get 4, right? So can you find 3 more objects? I'll show you what I found. All right, these are the objects that I will be observing. have my glue stick. We all have our glue stick, right? And then let's see, 3 more. So a paper clip, a pen, and a roll of tape. Now your objects certainly do not need to be the same as my objects. In fact, you might not even have a paper clip or Scotch tape. Find any 3 objects that you can observe. And by observing, I mean that you can look at the properties that we talked about. So you could look at color, texture, and size. Okay? Any 3 objects. I'll give you 1 minute to find 3 objects. I'm going to set the timer. See if you can beat the time. And you can find these 3 objects at your desk, in your bin. If you're at home, you can find objects anywhere at home. Ready, set, go. Did you beat the timer? Did you find 3 more objects, giving you a total of 4 objects? Great. So we're going to look at the very first object together. So please take out your glue stick. Let's observe it together. All right, kindergartners, we know that the first thing we do is always the same. We pick up our pencil or our pen and we write down our name. So please make sure that you do that. This sheet, by the way, can be found in your Google Classroom if you're learning from home. If you're learning in school, your teacher will hand it to you. So make sure that you take this activity sheet out. I'll show you what it looks like on the computer. You see, I only have a black and white printer at home. Maybe you have a color printer and you'll be able to print it in color. This is what it looks like in black and white. I'll show you what it looks like in color. Okay, so this is what it looks like in color. And let's see, so we wrote our name. And let's read through it. It says, I can make observations like a scientist. This is the object I observe. So here in this space, we're going to draw and label the object that we're observing. Then we're going to describe the properties. So we'll circle the color. Let's read these colors again. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, white, pink, brown. We're going to describe the texture by circling one of these: bumpy, rough, hard, soft, smooth, or sticky. And we'll observe the size: small, medium, or large. Okay, so now that your name is written, we need to draw this glue stick. So pause the video here and draw your glue stick. Once you're finished drawing, you can unpause and we'll do the next step together. And don't forget to label your picture and write the word glue stick next to your picture so we know what it is. Try your very best with spelling. Stretch out those sounds. Glue, that's the first word. Stick. That's the second word. Stretch out those sounds really slow and try to write one letter for each sound. You could even look at the glue stick to see if the word is there, if the words are there. Look, on mine it is. I'll show you. Look here. I found the word glue and I found the word stick right underneath. So that tells me just how to spell glue stick. Pretty cool, right? Okay, did you finish your drawing of your glue stick and label it? If you did, nice job. Give yourself a pat on the back. Welcome back. Here's my drawing of the glue stick, and I wrote the words glue stick. I was able to find those words on my glue stick and copy them. Now it's time for us to go on to describe the properties of the glue stick. So let's see, your glue stick might look a little bit different than mine. So if it does, you'll want to think about just your glue stick. I'm going to think about my glue stick. So let me see. So the color. Let's see, the color of my glue stick. Well, it's not just one color. This glue stick has lots of colors. It has orange. Let me find the word orange. Oh, here it is. I'm going to circle orange. What other colors? Can you name another color that you see? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I heard a few different colors. Let's see. So there's blue. Did you say blue? If you said blue, give me a thumbs up. Here's blue. There's white. If you said white, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to circle white. What else? Ooh, there's yellow. Did you notice the yellow? If you said yellow, give me a thumbs up. Here's yellow. And there's what else? Black. See the black here? If you said black, give me a thumbs up for black. And here's black. So look at that. One object, 5 different colors. I think I got all of the colors. Okay. Pause the video here, and I want you to examine your glue stick. Observe it very carefully, and I want you to circle all of the colors that you see on your glue stick. Did you finish circling all of your color words to show the property of color? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. If you haven't finished circling all of the different colors of your object, make sure that you do that now. Pause this video until you're done and then come back. But if you're all done, we're ready to move on to our next property, which is texture. All right, so let's look at texture now. Here's one of our texture words. An object could feel bumpy, like this ball. Can you think of something that's bumpy? Think in your head. This here is a bumpy ball. What's something else that's bumpy? Oh, take a look at this patio. This is the stonework on a patio. If you rubbed your hand across those stones, they would feel bumpy, right? Something else that's bumpy is an avocado. Look, I have one right here. And when I rub my hand over it, it feels bumpy. I can feel little bumps. Now, how about something that's rough? This here is a picture of tree bark. Tree bark feels rough. Have you ever rubbed your hand against a tree, the side of a tree trunk? Yeah, the bark itself, it feels rough, right? Can you think of something else that feels rough? Maybe sandpaper, or maybe a nail file. If I rub my finger across the nail file, it feels rough. It's not smooth, it's rough. And then something hard. Can you think of something hard? Here we have a brick wall. What's something else that's hard? A rock. Yeah, a rock is hard. A table is hard. There's so many hard things. Let's see. A window is hard. And what about something soft? A pillow is soft. Can you think of something else that's soft? Ooh, a teddy bear is soft. What else? My shirt is nice and soft. Now, what about smooth? This marble is smooth. Can you think of something else that's smooth? Your desk. Your desk feels smooth. If you rub your hand along your desk, it feels smooth. Go ahead and do that right now. Rub your hand across your desk or your table. It feels smooth. Let's see, what else? Oh, my water bottle. My water bottle feels smooth. And then another texture that we might look at is sticky. Can you think of something that's sticky? Look at this picture here. It looks like this man put his hand in sticky bubble gum. Yuck! Can you think of something else that's sticky? Slime. Slime is sticky. Honey. Honey's something that's sticky. Syrup. Syrup is sticky too. All right, so now that we've thought about different textures, it's time for us to observe our object, the glue stick. And we want to circle the different textures of our glue stick. Is our glue stick just one texture? No, there are different textures of our glue stick. So let's see. The top, if I feel the top feels a little bit bumpy. So I would circle bumpy. But then this middle part here feels smooth. So I would circle smooth. This bottom part again is bumpy. I already circled bumpy though. And then what if I open it up and I touch the glue part? Ooh, what texture describes the glue part? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Yes, it is sticky. So I would circle sticky. You can pause the video here, and I want you to circle the textures that describe your object. Did we forget one? You're right, we did. See if you can circle even one more than me. There's definitely one more texture that I forgot to circle. See if you figure it out. Okay, did you circle all the textures? And what was the one texture that I didn't circle that I should have? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Hard. That's right. The glue stick is hard, and if I bang it on my table, you can hear a noise, right? Because it is hard. So we're going to also circle that. Okay. Now, next we're going to look at size. Small, medium, or large. And when we decide on which size to circle, what we're going to do is we're going to compare this object with our other objects. So I took my objects and I put them in size order from smallest to largest. So the paper clip is small, right? The pen and the glue stick are kind of in the middle. They're like medium sized. And then my tape is the largest item that I have. So I would say that that's large. So right now, take your 4 objects, put them in size order, and decide what size your glue stick is. If your glue stick is the largest item that you have, you might circle large. If it's the smallest item that you have, you might circle small. Since mine was in the middle, I'll say it was medium size. So I'll circle medium. Okay, now you have 3 other objects to describe, and you have 3 more sheets that look like this. So I want you now to go off and describe the properties. Observe those other three objects and describe the properties of those three objects using these activity sheets. Great job using your senses today to observe, scientists. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day, scientists. Bye-bye.